Hello, is there anybody in there? Give me a hello if you're in here. Oh, looks like we got one in here. How you doing? How's the audio? All right. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. This is my first live stream, so bear with me, please. I figured I'd give everybody an update of what's going on. And hi, Teresa. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Scotty G. That's my friend Scott from when I was driving truck. Hi, Thomas. I appreciate it. Northern New York State. Yeah, I just figured I'd update you. I did find a coin with my metal detector. There it is. 1 penny. I guess I've got about 33,999 more before I cover my investment. Just wanted to let you guys know I'm going to be heading up to Lake Havasu probably the end of next week. And hopefully I'll get some video of the fireworks get together up there. They have a commercial show basically for distributors to show off their latest fireworks. And it goes on for 3 days. I believe it's a week from Monday it starts, and it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And then I'm going to be going to Telephone Cove, and I plan to get some good video of the road going in. I know a lot of people are kind of skeptical about the road, and it can get kind of hairy going in there. But if you take it slow, it's usually okay. But I'll video the whole thing so you can see it firsthand. Let's see. Sophie's doing fine. Come here, Sophie. Want to see Sophie? She'll say hello. Hey, come here. Come here, Sophie. Say hello to your audience. Say hello to your fans. Yeah, she's not much for cameras, but she is the star of the show here. She goes in for a valley fever checkup coming up next week. I'll be making an appointment Monday. It has to have the test done again. And if it's another negative test, she can stop taking the medication for it. Also got to I broke a phone screen on my other phone, and I've got to get that replaced. And Lake Havasu seems to be the place to do it. Let's see, catch up with some of the, yeah, I'm rich, huh? Hi, Dana. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is my first live stream. I'm thinking about doing these every couple weeks to kind of give you an update. If you like it, I'll keep on doing it. Sundays seem to be a good day. It's kind of a down day for me. It's pretty easy to put together. I'm actually set up with, got them plugged into my Blue Eddy, so I got good power. Streaming over my Verizon service with my Samsung phone through my Chromebook. So it seems to be working pretty good. How is the video quality and the audio? Is it working? Probably a little bit of delay. All right, this sounds good. Again, the metal detector I'm using is this, what I do in my metal detecting is this Mind Labs Vanquish 440. It's got a lot of good reviews, and it's actually pretty decent for an entry level. It competes with some of the top names like Garrett and Simplex, and you see a lot of people using them. I'm slightly out of focus. Let's see. Is that any better? It might have been dust on the lens. Let's see if I can clean it here. I'll try that. Yeah, I'm just on a Samsung Chromebook, so it doesn't have the best camera. If the live streams go good, I'll upgrade definitely. Maybe get a different camera to plug into it. But seemed to go up pretty easy. Now, future plans after Lake Havasu and the Telephone Cove trip will be the Lake Mead National Recreation Area on the East Shore. Haven't decided if I'm going to pop into Vegas or not. I'm considering Valley of Fire again. I did go there last year, and I love it there. It's a beautiful park. If you haven't been there, put it on your list. Can you rent a metal detector in Quartzsite? That's a good question. You can go to Miners Depot, which is north on 95 on the edge of town on the left-hand side. Go into Miners Depot there. They're great guys, and I'm sure they'd rent you one. Really knowledgeable. The metal detecting club in town, I joined that. It's only $20 a year. And they've actually got land behind Dome Rock that you can metal detect that you could possibly find gold on. And they have a little park next to where they had the RTR and WRTR. To the west of that, there's a field there they have set up for their events where they have coin hunts and everything too. It's kind of a neat little club, and $20 worth of fun, definitely. Okay, after Telephone Cove and Lake Mead Recreation Area, I'll be staying at Stewart's Point. And the reason I stay at Stewart's Point, beautiful there. They've got donkeys that run around. You hear them at night. You see sign everywhere. Pretty cool. And you get a great view of the lake. You can go up to Echo Bay, and they've got free dump, free water, free trash there. I'll be using that. And then after that, I go up to near Overton. There's a place called Poverty Flats. Some of you may or may not have heard of that, but check it out. It's definitely a good boondocking spot. And if you're going up there, coming up there from the south, there's a hill you go around, and you'll see everybody camping there. But just south of that hill, it looks like a gravel pit you go into, but it opens up in there, and it's a real good area to camp. I found that last year. Yeah, there is access behind Dome Rock there. If you go up north of the Loves and on the tarred road, and then you can take a left as soon as you come around the mountain there, south end of Dome Rock there. There's a road that goes to the left, follow that around, and it turns to gravel and goes back into those claims back in there. After Poverty Flats and Overton there, I will be doing a little bit in Utah. I might go up to see Truckin' Scotty G, who's on here up in Cedar City, if he's around. We'll find out. What is the commercial Lake have? When is that? It's the 21st through the 23rd is the commercial fireworks display. And Dana's got a Garrett. All right. Yeah, I'm a beginner, so I'm not that advanced yet. But maybe one day I could buy a Garrett or a Simplex or one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna do some metal detecting at Telephone Cove, definitely on the beach if the water's down. Be a good time to do it there. There's also a couple other areas along the beach would be good to go. Let's see. I don't know what that is. Online. Oh, Sister 19 online. Okay. Well, after that, I want to go to Capitol Reef is another spot I want to go to. Getting to those claims isn't easy. Yeah, probably not too. You probably want to have a side-by-side or four-wheel drive. I think it'd be easier to access some of the claims up in that area through Pipeline Road, although that isn't the best road either. That's more of an ATV trail as well. But I've been back in there, and you really don't want to go metal detecting on someone else's claim, though. That's the one thing. There are some gold, what do you call it? Gold mining clubs that have some claims back in there that you can do. So, yeah, after Capitol Reef this year, I want to go to Monument Valley. It's one place I wanted to see, and maybe get you a picture from on top of Forrest Gump Hill. Ought to be fun. But yeah, I'm going to kind of just meander my way back up. I've got to be in Minnesota middle of April. I've got some things planned. I can't really tell you about them yet, but there'll be a big announcement coming then about the channel and the direction we're going, and future plans. And it's kind of exciting for me, and I'm having a hard time holding it back. But I think a lot of you are going to like the things I'm going to be doing. I do have to do some work camping this summer, and I will be doing some metal detecting while I'm work camping. I'll be driving trucks, so I'll be going all over the country and be able to metal detect in different cities and stuff too. So that'll be kind of nice. I will do some drone footage from certain areas. The drone footage will be a little more limited this summer. I will be doing some around the town that I'll be back on weekends, which is northern Minnesota near McGregor. I'll be working out of, and I'll be driving truck out of there, though I normally do. And I'll give you details on the rig I'll be driving, and different details about it. I see a bunch of other people just jumped in, and welcome to the live stream. It's something I have to do right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a steady stream of income coming in where I can afford not to work, but I will be just working the 5.5 months, and then back on the road again. And I'll have some interesting travels this year when I leave too. I'm going to take some different. I probably won't hit Florida, but I'll be because I'll be flying down there. I've got a grandbaby coming in June, which I'm real excited about. I'll have a grandson to go with my granddaughter, so one of each. It's great. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to go to one of their metal detector meetings, but I'm not going to be around long enough to do it. I'm kind of just finalizing my Quartzsite stay. I will be getting a drone video up next week or this coming week here. Final look at the crowds here and try to get most of the LTVAs, or kind of get you a drive-by of some of them, and drive through town too as well. If there's anything you want to see before I leave town, let me know. I can go, if a few of you like it, I can go around Miners Depot too and give you an idea what they have there as far as equipment stuff, and maybe talk to the guy that runs the place, and maybe see a gold nugget or something too, like Russ does. But yeah, we'll definitely be heading that direction on the way out of town. Hey, hello from Denver. How you doing? I bet you got some snow. How's the weather up there? Yeah, I'm not ready for snow yet. Last year I did leave a little earlier, or No, I didn't leave a little earlier, but I did wind up in the Grand Canyon much too early, being at 8,500 feet. I had a 5 inches of snow overnight, and I was supposed to go for a helicopter ride the next day. That got canceled, so another time. Capitol Reef's on my agenda this year, and we'll see what else. We're gonna pick our way across the U.S. and I'm going to show you some great free camping spots I stayed at last year and stayed at again. Let's see. Hello from Great Britain. All right. Welcome. I'd like to see more of the Magic Circle, not to see people rather than see how big the area is and how populated it is. Well, maybe I can do a ride through on my e-bike. It's actually a pretty cool place. I've ridden through there on my e-bike, and a lot of people take the time and have really built up the area with rock paths and rock gardens and a lot of detailed rock work. It's pretty interesting. Great to see. Just do it on a cold day. Let's see. Yeah, metal detecting at the beach is kind of a neat deal. I'd like to get one of those little scoops and be able to rinse it out in the water and stuff, and a lot easier than digging and fishing through the clumps. But yeah, it's I'll do some in Florida at some point too. Maybe Hollywood Beach. I like that beach a lot there. Maybe do some down there. We'll see. Yeah, I've stayed at some neat little city parks, even in Kansas last year. And I'm not sure, after I leave Capitol Reef, it's kind of up in the air. Wherever my nose takes me, I have to be in, like I said, in Minnesota mid-April. And after that, I'll be back at work. I'll be preparing for work too, and I'm going to document a lot of that, and you'll see some video and stuff. And Sophie will be back to play with some of her dog friends. My sister's got 2 German Shepherds that just love to death, and she's kind of the queen of their castle. She puts them in their place, but kind of funny. She'll try to play with them a little bit. She's not moving as quick as she used to be. Let's see. Yeah, it's a warmer day today. It's supposed to be, I think, upper 70s. It was 83 yesterday. Pretty warm and not much of a breeze. It actually felt warm. It's time to start moving north, chasing 70 degrees, but it's supposed to cool off in the middle of this week and actually upper 60s one day, I believe, but it's tolerable. Definitely tolerable. Beats snow. The population has probably at least half less people in this area. It did get full pretty quick and pretty early this year too here. I knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with the rig this year. It's done pretty good. All the prep work I did paid off. My diesel heater's working great. I'm talking to you on my WeBoost through my WeBoost booster right now. During the day like this, the signal is decent. During the show, I couldn't even do this during the show. It got pretty bad. But yeah, it was an interesting year this year. I don't think as busy it is during the show, which is the first show I've seen where it hasn't been restricted by the Big C. I don't think I'll do it next year. I mean, I'll come into town to document the big show and the population and stuff, but I think I'll stay a little further out next year. I like peace and quiet during the day, and it's not that I don't like people. I just don't like the high concentration of people, and there's always one or two that got to run a generator 24/7, and I've been experiencing that lately. But it's what you got to put up with when you camp. And I could move if I wanted to, but I'm kind of set in my spot. But I do like the quiet. Yeah, the majority of the crowds. Yeah, Thomas. The majority of the crowds leave. I'd say the population goes down by 40-50% after the Rock and Gem and the RV show. It takes about a week, and it thins out. So, but there's like a 2-week period during that Rock and Gem and the RV show that it's just packed in town. And a lot of people they don't get the seasonal passes, the $180 pass. They get the $40 2-week pass. So after that 2-week pass is, they vacate the LTVAs. Some will stay in some of the 14-day areas for a day or two longer if they need something or they're waiting on something. The rest will head out, and after that, Yuma seems to get real busy. Imperial Dam gets real busy, and Senator's Wash gets busy. I've heard too. After that, yeah, it'd be nice to meet you. Yeah, it's definitely cold in Colorado, and I've got the arthritis too, and it definitely helps down here. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody needs to do Quartzsite during the shows once. Um, it can get kind of monotonous if you do it every year. Every year. I mean, I meet friends here, and I'm here to see my friends every year. Um, I don't see myself doing it every year. I want to see the outline areas. I do like this area of the country, the Southwest. Um, I've stayed in Yuma before. Uh, stayed at Fortuna Pond. I haven't stayed at Lake Mitri, and I want to do that one year too. So that's on the agenda. The asthma. Yes and no. Um, if you go to this area of the country, you probably don't want to stay in a real busy area because of the dust, and that could irritate the asthma. But you don't have the humidity either, so it's kind of give or take. You probably want to do more of the mountainous areas. I would say would be less dust. I'm I've got a little bit of asthma, and it does bother me a little bit. Yeah, Deborah, I have my packages sent to Quiet Times. I've just been doing business with them for a couple years, and they've done me right. I do have to pay $3 for a package under 40 pounds, but it's worth it than going to the post office, which is just right here in town. I know they're doing the best they can, but they do not have enough staff, and standing in line for an hour to get your package, or you know they don't always get their packages, and so they know that they're there. So it can take quite a while to get a package there, and doesn't work real good for me. There's also another company, BCM, that you can receive packages at too. That's fairly reasonable, like $3 or $4 range. I heard there's another mail place. I'm not really familiar with it, and I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Thank you. Yeah, Grandpa again. Yeah, Quartzsite can be very dusty, especially during the show and everything. Yeah, the sunsets are spectacular here. It's amazing. I may be out here in La Posa South again this year. I may not. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate it. Uh, I've considered it, and I've got some friends' property I might be staying on near Holbrook for a week or two while I do some work on my rig. Uh, I'm going to visit some other areas too. Uh, I forgot to tell you. After I leave Telephone Cove, which is one thing that's been on my bucket list that I really want to do, is Oatman. And I'm going to take you with me. And I just think it's going to be cool to go to Oatman. I mean, I don't know if any of you ever heard of it, but the town is full of donkeys that are left over from the mining industry, and the town takes care of them, and they roam the streets freely, and you can feed them, you can pet them. Pretty neat. And it's an old mining town. And it's themed around the donkeys and everything, and it's it just, I don't know, it seems like a fun town, so I want to check them out. But they have like a gunfight on the street and stuff, kind of like they do in Tombstone and some other towns, reenactments, and restaurants, gift shops. It's a touristy little town, but there's all kinds of neat little pull-offs in old Route 66 through there that you can camp on. There's an old stone gas station you can stop at that's now a gift shop. I don't think they sell gas anymore. Yeah, Miners Depot finds money in my pockets too. Yeah, the Burrows probably wouldn't like Sophie. My rig has got 2 fans set up in there too, so I can move some air through there. So if she's got to stay in the rig, she'll be comfortable. I try not to get her in a situation where she can get hurt or anything. She really doesn't care that much for, I mean, horses or cows or anything. She doesn't pay any mind to them. She's just not interested in them. I guess she can't quite figure them out, but she got to meet a goat when I was at Schoolie Palooza, and the goat started rubbing on her. And turns out the lady told me she had a lab that looked a lot like Sophie, and it had passed away a few months ago. And she's never done that to another dog, and so it was kind of cool. And I wish I would have got her name. She's got a YouTube channel too, and she has like a gypsy wagon type trailer that she pulls, and it's just a beautiful rig, all hand done and everything. So the season Quartzsite is drawing to an end. It's been a good season though. I've got to visit with different people. I've camped with some subscribers. I've camped with my friend Val, and that's the green FedEx truck you see parked next to my rig in some of the videos. He's a good friend, and I enjoy visiting with him, and we keep in touch all year long. I've met some different YouTubers out here too. Met Mike from Living Free. I saw Nomadic Fanatic. He drove by me in here a couple times. So I just never got a chance to talk to him. I don't like to invade someone's camp. Adventure Amanda was camped near me. There's a couple others. I don't know their names. And there is another one called Camp Her. She's a sweet lady. I got to meet her. She's got a growing a new channel that's growing. Real lot of fun. Got to hang out with them by a campfire. I also got to meet Brandy, the mobile traveler, too. And he's friends of a friend kind of thing, So, yeah, it's been a good year here, and I don't know if anyone knows this, but when La Posa South during that 2 weeks during the show, you pretty much can't throw a rock and not get a YouTuber out here. It's kind of hilarious. You'll see a lot of people filming and stuff. Let's see. But yeah, Blue Van Dan is actually camped like right over this way from me. I met him last year and talked to him a little bit. I wave at him. Let's see. Are there fewer people this year than previous years? I've heard that from other YouTubers. Actually, last year was a light year because of everything going on. This year, I guess, was more like normal years from what I've heard from locals. But they came earlier. And it was definitely a lot busier than last year. I would say La Posta South had 30 to 40% more people camped here than at the height of it last year, from what I saw. You get out to the outlying areas. Plamosa Road got busy too, but if you get further out in Plamosa Road, that wasn't too bad. Roadrunner. BLM. I was really surprised. I never stayed there before. I had some friends down there and I went and visited, and you can get way back in there and it's nice and quiet. I was like really surprised. Skadden Wash wasn't quite as busy this year. Everybody was up front. If you drove back in a ways, there was nothing. I was over there and got to meet Brian, Adventure Van Man, and that kind of made my summer or my winter. I really like him. I like his channel. I think he's a great original, real person. And I talked to him for a good 20, 30 minutes. Felt like I was monopolizing his time, but he's such a great guy. And I got to talk to him about his work camping. He work camped up in Drayton, North Dakota. There's a beet plant up there, and he was hauling beets with a truck into the beet plant and two different piling stations for one of the farmers there. And I drive by there daily when I was doing my cross-border stuff to Winnipeg, from Grand Forks to Winnipeg and back down. I stopped doing that. I'm doing more over-the-road stuff now and less of the line haul stuff, which I like. I like going over the road, different places. It kind of trucking has allowed me to explore this country and find the different places I want to go visit that I can only see from the interstate. My truck, I want to actually go in and explore and meet the people and stuff. That's what's been great for me. And they say it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Yeah, that's part of it, but it's also the people you meet along the way and the different ways they live their lives and their experiences they have. I actually met a gentleman that had this beautiful bus. I was just commenting on his bus, and he invited me in to check out his bus. And I got inside, and he had a recording studio set up inside his bus. And he was pretty famous. Had two Grammys he's won. You just don't know who you're going to run into out in the desert. It's really a neat place, and the people are just incredible. I've made so many friends that are truly our friends. I can call them friends. And I get back in the desert and just pick up right where we left off. Like there was no time at all. And it's hard to explain, but it's kind of neat. You can walk up to almost anybody's campfire and they'll invite you to their campfire and feed you a meal. I mean, that's just how it is out here. A lot of like-minded people. I love camping, love the outdoors. And there's a lot of people that are pet friendly and businesses that are pet friendly. I'll be taking Sophie into the pet patio down by where the big tent was, Tyson Wells there, and she'll be getting a bath again with her oatmeal soap. With the dry climate out here, she gets kind of itchy. A lot of dogs do. And the oatmeal soap shampoo actually really helps her skin and makes her feel better, makes her more comfortable. She's in here laying. She loves this tent. And can't recommend these clam tents enough. It's like her little dog house in here. So, being this is my first live stream and everything, anybody got any questions for me that you've been wondering about the channel or about my rig, about the way I do things out here? Yeah, definitely pet friendly, and it is a plus for me too. Yeah, I actually had a friend down in Imperial Dam right down there right now. Nola was down there. I don't know if she's coming back today or tomorrow, but she said it had just been beautiful down there. Great view too. I've never stayed there. I've got to try that. More than 2020 and 21, less than normal in as in 2019. Okay. Uh the bucket list place I want to go is one of them is Oatman, and I'm going to do that this year. Oatman, I believe. It's on Route 66, and Capitol Reef is one of them. I've done a few things I did last year. I stood on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. That was kind of a neat thing. And let's see, what else is on my bucket list? There's a couple of them. I want to do some more time around the Tucson area next year. I've got a subscriber and a friend I've stayed at up in Apache Junction this year. But on the way from Tucson up there, I drove by Biosphere 2. I'd like to visit that. I'd like to visit the Pima Air Museum and the Pima Graveyard, which I think are great. Let's see. Tornadoes Heaven. Hello from Minnesota. Yeah, I'm a native Minnesotan myself. I grew up in Hinckley, Minnesota. It was another place I mentioned. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting old. My birthday was the other day. I turned 55. Let's see. What was the other place I mentioned on my bucket list? It'll come to me. Maybe someone else remembers and can help me with my memory. How well does the clam hold up in the high winds? Better than any other tent I've seen. This thing is handled 50-mile-an-hour gusts. As long as you have it staked down properly and stakes on all the sides, I keep the front screen zipped. I even had the wind panels on. I did have the wind panels going towards the direction, the prevailing wind. And it held up fine. No damage to it, no wear on it. This is the Clam Venture. It's the 5-sided one, but one of my campmates has a Gazelle, and that Gazelle held up just as good. They're similar construction, and it's basically a copy of the Clam. And some say it's a little less money too, and it held up fine too. Let's see. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona was Take It Easy by the Eagles. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few younger and older than me, but yeah, Sophie's I think older than all of us now that she's 14. She turned 14 in January, so in dog years, that's what, 94. But she's still getting around. Her hips are a little not as good as they used to be, so she stumbles a little bit at times, but she still gets around pretty good. Sometimes better than I do. When she has her boots on, she actually runs across the rocks. It's kind of neat. She kind of sounds like a horse galloping. It's it kind of cracks me up. But wow, this is incredible. I appreciate y'all guys stopping by to spend some time with me. We've already been on here 40 minutes. I can't believe this many people are interested in me. I appreciate it. The big tent event this year was kind of extreme for me. I don't do real good in crowds. So I don't know if you saw the video. You saw that. It was pretty packed in there. I just don't do good in crowds, and especially nowadays. But I try to stay away from that. Well, a belated happy birthday to you, Deborah. Yeah, I'm the baby of my family, so there were 7 kids in my family. 6 of us are still alive. I'm 55, and my oldest sister will be 75 in May. So, yeah. Tuesday, I saw the forecast for the wind. I'm actually going to start breaking down camp a little bit. I don't want to have to take the clam down and fold it up when it's windy. So I'm going to take it down tomorrow and get it all packed up and ready to go because I won't be using it much the rest of the time I'm here. I plan on doing a live stream if the internet will allow from Telephone Cove in a couple weeks, so you can kind of see. Maybe I can walk around with my Chromebook and you can kind of see. I'll maybe face the water so you can see what a beautiful view it is. Let's see. Do you use the 18-inch rebar stakes, and do you have the panels in the Gazelle? The Gazelle is less expensive. Yes, it is. Good old Sophie. Sit closer to the camera, old man. Okay. How about if I bring the table closer? Yes, I do have the side panels here. I have the ones with the windows. They're a little pricier, but it's nice on a hotter day. You still get the shade and the ventilation. And I do use the rebar stakes. They work really good. I've got a little mini sledgehammer. It's about that big that I pound them in with. And they just seem to hold up and hold better in the rocky soil here. So I've got the ones with the loop to tie off the sides, and then the ones with the little U-hook on them for the corners of it, I guess you'd call it. Yeah. You're gonna be going to area where the Saguaro National Park is, I guess it is. Yeah, it's amazing. The full timers I've met, and then you meet people that aren't full time, and they kind of look at you like, well, what do you do for work? and I work, do the work camp. I call it work camping, driving a truck, because I don't have a sticks and bricks anymore. I've sold everything and downsized, and when I go up and I work, I put everything out of my rig in a climate controlled storage unit. I'll rent one, and I'll keep it in there till it's time to go. So it's all protected under security. I don't have to worry about it. This year I'm having trouble finding a climate controlled secure facility, but I'll find one. There's plenty in northern Minnesota there. But let's see. If I missed anybody here. All right. Sophie, you want to say hi to your audience again? This is what she does in Sophie. What you doing? Yeah, she's quite the character, and definitely my buddy. She's been traveling with me full time, 24 hours a day for about 8 years now. You work 8 months a year or 9 months a year and travel 3. I actually have another friend that does that, and up until everything that's been going on, he would work 9 months trucking, and then he'd go to China for a month every year, and then spend the other 2 months with his family in South Florida. He's been doing that as long as I've known him, for 7, 8 years. I avoid work. I would like to. I work as little as possible. I enjoy my life as a nomad and traveling, and I like just that feeling and not knowing what day it is, from wake up in the morning and say, what, do I have anything going on today? And have to look at a calendar and then figure out what day it actually is. But I enjoy all the comments you guys do in the videos too. I enjoy answering those, and I'm going to continue to answer them as long as I can until it takes up my entire day. Yeah, I'm a forced retirement. It can be okay if you don't want it. I guess if it's forced, you don't want to be retired. But I'm ready for retirement. I do enjoy this, being able to come and go as I please, and not actually. I guess I would explain it like when I've got. Like I go to visit my daughter or other family members, and say I stay in an Airbnb. Of course, you've got reservations for a certain date. It kind of stresses me out that I have to be somewhere by that date, because, I travel long, and like last year, one of my videos, I stayed at Fridge Fortress on Lake Meredith, north of Amarillo. It's just a beautiful area, national recreation area. 2 weeks, 14-day free camping, hot showers. They have water and sewer dump, trash, paved spots, picnic table covers, fire pits, grills. It was just a beautiful park, and it was all free. And it's like, well, I can't just stay here one night and take off. I've got to stay here a few days, and it was beautiful there. My friend saw the pictures, and he went through there this year and actually stayed 3-4 days, and he saw my video and did it. But yeah, I just like to be the option to be able to stay there for more than one night. And I kind of when I leave Quartzsite and I'm heading back to Minnesota. I know it's I've got 6-8 weeks to get there, but I like to slow roll. I run 150 to 250 miles a day maximum. Hardly ever over 250. And find a place, and I want to leave by 9 or 10 in the morning. I want to be stopped by 2 or 3 in the afternoon, so I can set up in the daylight. I like daylight driving. I'm sorry, it's just, even as a truck driver, I like daylight driving. So yeah, work is definitely a 4-letter word. But yeah, I enjoy driving truck. It's all the other stuff that goes with it I don't enjoy. All the red tape and dealing with scales and shippers and receivers and all the government mandates with having to get my physical every 2 years, having to get different permits and different. I just wish I just want to get in the truck and drive kind of thing. Any other questions? I've got my e-bike is holding together good. I just actually did a good oiling on it the other day. Things are drying out in electric e-bikes. The pedals tend to stick when you go to fold them up. They have to get the folding pedals, so they have to be oiled up. That sounds like a beautiful schedule. I hope so. Having no schedule at all is the best. I guess they're not pulling in my campsite. Looked like they were pulling in here, people out there. But well, this live stream is it's been interesting. Being my first one, and so many people coming to visit me. I appreciate this. Thomas, I also have the 1.0, and it has held up really good. I've had it for 2 years, and really don't have a complaint. I've actually got new brake pads coming in. I've got to pick up from Quiet Times here in Quartzsite, because the brake pads are getting a little worn. Let's see. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was a little intimidated by the live stream. I guess I don't think I appeal to a lot of people. This is my problem, but yeah, it's definitely I'm out of my comfort zone in a live stream, as you can tell. A little nervous, but you guys make it a lot easier. Yeah, I've got a Class C, Dana. I've got a 1987 Toyota Escaper motorhome. It was made by Damon. It's on a Toyota 1-ton chassis with a 4-cylinder motor, believe it or not. You added a second battery. Is that wired directly in, or is it you're just doing it switching batteries when the other one runs low? Yeah, my little Toyota has done me fine. I've put in 2 years I've put 30,000 miles on it. Or a little over 2 years now, I guess. Yeah, it's 2 years. No, it's been over about 2.5 years now, over 30,000 miles. And I've had a few problems with it, but I've taken care of it. I mean, it's on the road. I've probably put about another 4,000 or 5,000 into it after I bought it, in repairs, everything from starters, alternators, exhaust system, brakes, master cylinder, stuff like that. And I've got 500 watts of solar on it with 2 lithium batteries and a 2,500 watt inverter. Let's see. Oh, you got it wired in. Oh, nice. Cool. I'd like to see more of that, Thomas. I'd be interested in seeing that. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see how you've done that. If you want to send me some pictures, my email's in the description of the videos. Send me some pictures. I'd be interested in seeing that. I'm sure other people would be too. You can post it on the community page. Seeing how that second battery is wired in there, that's it's interesting. I know I rode I can't remember the name of it. I want to say it was an Ariel. Top of my head, I can't remember. My friend Donnie had this one that's more like a motorcycle. And that thing would do like 48 miles an hour, something crazy like that. when it took off, it's got hub motors, and it's got a front and rear hub motor. The front tire was actually spinning. I think the rear one was too, and it took off like a Tesla. I think it's like, yeah, I can get around great in this area with electric bike. It's rocky terrain. Um, it's in Quartzsite isn't as bad. There's not as many thorns, say, as that Tucson area where you might worry about a flat. Out here, I ride it quite a bit. I've ridden from La Posa South, and I'm about 2.5 miles in La Posa South, all the way into the show and back to La Posa South, and I still had 3 bars left on my battery. So anybody here use a Jackery? Yes, I used to use a Jackery. I've got the Blue Eddy now. They sent me this one to review, and I did the review on it, and I got to keep it. I took and paid it forward with my Jackery and donated it to Van Aid to go to someone that needed it, that was less fortunate than I was. So, but I had a Jackery 500, and it did me fine. I guess the advantage to the Blue Eddy is that having the LiPo 4 batteries, they can charge faster and last longer, more cycles, 2,500 cycles versus 500 in the Jackery. So it's very simple to add second battery. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how to do that. Should make a video on it. Van Aid had a really good turnout, and I'm really glad that they have the event because it helps a lot of people that are in need. It started a little later than I expected, and I had some other business and commitments that I'd already had plans I'd made. So I got to meet Tile there. He's the one that's organized it and put it on this year. And seems like he had a pretty good system set up, and a lot of people are getting help. And I've heard a lot of good. I've had some other people that I communicate with that have been out there and really enjoyed their time there. Doris, mine was an older 500 watts, so I could only use, you'd only charge at, I believe its top, it was 67 watts. So 100 watt panel did it fine. I used a Rockpals 100 watt panel that I bought aftermarket one, and it's got the plug in that plugs right in. And actually that's what I'm using to charge my Blue Eddy too, is the Rockpals one. And I think my Rockpals one, I can hook up 200 watts of panels to it. It does have a different charge controller than the Jackery. The Jackery has a proprietary charge controller, and it's not a MPPT if I'm not mistaken, but the Blue Eddy has the MPPT charge controller. No, Van Aid was not a Howa sponsored event. You're right. It's actually there was a Facebook group called Nomads Helping Nomads. Friends of mine, Scott and Danelle, actually started that, and they did a van build, Nomads Helping Nomads event in Ehrenberg last year, and helped a few people. And I went to that and helped a few people out, made some donations. Pretty good event. And they have a lot on their plate. They're small business owners and everything. And this year their businesses got busy enough where they couldn't do it. So they decided to hand it off to someone else. And they handed it off to Tile, who's took the ball and ran with it. Well, this live stream is coming up on an hour right now. I didn't think I'd last this long, and I didn't think I'd get this many people. I appreciate everybody stopping by. We'll do another live stream, let's say 2 weeks from now. And I appreciate. I'll do an announcement on the community page and the time. If this time seems to work great for everybody, we'll do say 10 o'clock in 2 weeks, 10 a.m. I really appreciate you stopping by and spending your time with me. I can't say enough. I'm just really shocked that this many people are interested in me even. All right. I hope you all have a great day, and thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye now. Now I don't know how to turn it off. Okay, there it is.